Hey guys, it's Psychedelic Soul here. What's up? Um, this is gonna be about my experience, my LSD Rebirth Experience, my Virgin Acid trip, and the most meaningful trip of my life thus far, at least. I don't promote the use of any psychedelic substances. It's definitely not for everybody. So if you like the video, just give it a like, comment, or subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Or let me know anything else you guys want to hear. So, yeah, this is my Virgin Acid trip. So I was 18 and I was moving to Arizona from Colorado, and I was experiencing a lot of loneliness at the time because I'm separated from my friends now, and I just broke up with my girlfriend of about a year and a half. So those feelings are still deep down there, which plays a big role in the trip. So I decided to just explore my neighborhood or whatever. I brought 3 tabs, by the way. Very, very good acid. And I had just bought a longboard too. I was just experimenting around. I didn't even know how to ride it yet. I was bored, like I was by myself. So I dropped the 3 tabs at 6 in the morning at this park in my neighborhood. And first thing I start to notice is that geometry just starts to fill my vision completely. Just like, and as time went on, the geometry just got more and more structured and more visible. It's hard to put into words exactly, but like, I guess fractals just everywhere, just from the sky to the ground, just completely filled my vision. Eyes closed, eyes opened. And I noticed that, and then I also noticed that the colors were way brighter, and I was like, whoa, this is intense. And then the music started to sound a lot wider, and it was all just a little overwhelming. I mean, it's 3 tabs. It had to have been around 500 micrograms or so. Um, so yeah, that happened, and then I decided to get on the longboard and see what happens. I'm starting to come up now. I'm feeling pretty good, even though it's a little intense. So I get on the longboard and crazy shit. I just start boarding, and it's like I had been boarding for years and years and years. I was so good at it. I was going down hills. I was swerving. I was feeling it, and it was like blending with the music so perfectly. Oh man, that was amazing. So I was just boarding around for a long time. And then it was one of those trips where I feel like this happens a lot with like the Virgin trips, but this happened with me. Every single song that I played that trip had to do exactly with what I was feeling or what I was thinking about. And that it blew my mind. Like I was listening to artists that, probably would never do acid, and I was convinced that they did acid just because everything was lining up so perfectly. It was just like the perfect trip. So that I'm all happy and all giddy and everything's going well, just perfect. And then I go to sit down and meditate and close my eyes. And this is when shit got just way deep. So when I first closed my eyes, um, I had Paramore playing. I like Paramore. I was listening to him, and the song Hallelujah by Paramore came on. And beautiful ass song, by the way. Um, and I could just see, when I would have my eyes closed, I could just see the sound waves, just like, I don't know how to describe it. I could see the sound waves of the music, and I kind of became just the music, like, at the same time. I became one just with this song. And so that was happening, and all these feelings started to come up with my ex-girlfriend. And I remember I just cried for about what felt like years. It felt like years. I cried for maybe an hour or two. And this is when I got the most powerful hallucination of my whole life. So I was there, I had my eyes closed, and all of a sudden this list just appears in front of me, eyes completely closed. And it was a list of all the reasons why me and my ex-girlfriend weren't meant for each other. And like, it was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reasons. And like I read all those reasons like at one time. It was like a brain overload. But like I understood after I saw that, like why we were meant to be together, and like why I'm supposed to be alone right now. I'm supposed to be going on my own journey right now. The path to finding myself. Like this was just the start. And like that was my old self, and I kind of switched places with my true self during this trip. Like I let go of who I was, and it was the beginning of becoming who I really am, even if I didn't know who I really was yet. And it was very uncomfortable because when that happened, right when that hallucination appeared, is when it happened. And I was very uncomfortable because I didn't know who I was at the time. So like that was really, really deep for me, and it was very hard. But yeah, that happened after I got all my crying out. After being a crybaby for a while, I got up. I felt like a completely new soul. I was just like, let's go longboard around and jam some music and just have fun. This is out of this world. Like I will never be able to put this into words. So I did that for a little while, and I remember sitting down again a little bit, and I was just experiencing like looking at the trees and stuff, and all of a sudden I remember I was in like one perspective, and then all of a sudden another wave hits me, and that perspective picked itself up, and another perspective like I wish I could put it into words, like so hard to describe, but like another wave hit me, and my perspective totally just switched. But like it was a little more I'm not even gonna try and explain it. Some things you just can't explain. You just gotta leave it at that, especially with psychedelics. So yeah, that's pretty much my story, and I had to keep all that to myself because I'm not gonna go tell my family what happened. You know, they judge and stuff. So figured I'd tell YouTube instead. But this happened like a year and a half, 2 years ago. This was a while back, but it's such a meaningful experience. I thought I had to share it. So oh yeah, and there was also this one part where at the very end, when I was still, coming down, I was listening to Bob Marley, and I felt like his soul kind of like joined me, like in this like spiritual, like geometric dimension, like behind my eyes. It was a very spiritual moment with Bob Marley for sure. So I thought I had to squeeze that in there because that was pretty sweet too. So yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, just leave a comment or like it or subscribe. It'd help me out. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Peace and have a good day.